Hey y'all, Sean here, back again with another edition of Game On Cards and Collectibles. Peel back the curtain here, Wizard of Oz style, and show you guys a recent order and how I did overall as far as return on my investment and answer the age-old question of whether or not it was worth sending in this order for grading. So let's take a look and dive in here and see how we did overall. So this was a recent card reveal, PSA 20 cards that I sent in. Overall, the reveal was pretty average actually. Gem rate was 11 out of 20, so 55%, which is pretty close to what I would normally get. Sometimes I get a little bit higher gem rate, sometimes a little bit lower, but I thought that was a pretty good indication of an average order of mine. The mint grades I had were 9. The nines I had were 7, so 35% of the order came back as a mint 9. And also there was 2 cards that came back, so about 10% came back near mint or less. So a little bit of crazy 8s and some stupid 7s in there as well. So good mixed bag of what I would normally get on an order. So I thought that was a good reason why, and it's a recent order, so that's why I thought this would be a good example to use. When you'll look at the different options I have, so estimated cost, estimated value, and estimated profits are what we're going to use here. Estimated costs are including the grading fee as well. So when you see that number, that's the cost with grading. Estimated values are all cards are estimate based on the data found between the times of November 21st and 25th. That's when I looked up essentially the comps for these cards, and I rounded them off to the nearest dollar. And also the estimated profit. So what I would have after my net profit essentially. But I will say that it's probably a more of a not a net profit, but total profit, because it doesn't include selling fees and shipping and taxes and all those kind of things. You have on an order or on a sale, such as even I guess I would even want to say, like, if you listed it on a platform, what they charge in commissions as well. So you have to keep that in mind. All right, let's jump in and see how we did. So the first card I'm going to show you guys is the 2024 Topps Chrome Shota Imanaga Gold Foil Rookie Card PSA 10. It's this guy right here. Now this card I acquired via trade with a friend of mine. So the trade value, or the trade cost of this card would be about $50. That's what I assigned to the cost of the card that I traded. The estimated value on this card, or comp on this card, is sold recently for about $50. So this is basically a wash. This card doesn't have any direct profit. All right, second card is the 2015 Bowman Draft Aaron Judge PSA 10. And that card, it's a very liquid card, so it's easy to get comps off of this card. My estimated cost was only $21. That was the cost of the grading on this order. So this card was in my 2015 Bowman Draft Common Box. I actually pulled it out a long time ago, but and put it in my to be graded, box essentially. But this card didn't have any assigned value, because back in 2015, when I opened the pack and pulled it, Aaron Judge was not a well-known draft prospect. So there's no estimated cost other than the grading fee. The estimated value on this card is 65. I actually just sold it yesterday for 70. So I could actually update this if I wanted to, but we're going to leave it as is. Estimated profit of $44. Not a bad deal on that one. 2015 Bowman Draft Chrome Aaron Judge, the Chrome version in the PSA 9 is up next. And with this card, also same scenario, pulled it out of my 800 count common box from 2015. Estimated value is about $23, and the estimated profits roughly $2, or pretty close to a wash. And that's really what I try to do, is I try to examine cards that, even if they don't come back, they have a chance to gem, but even if they don't gem, if they come back lower, like a 9, will it at least wash or be a little better? So I want to make sure I try my best to not send in a card that has a really poor value, under what my expected pre-grade is. All right, next we have a 2017 Topps Chrome Dansby Swanson Refractor rookie from PSA 10. And this card is also a very common scenario where I pulled it from my common box. So no essential cost other than the grading fee. The estimated value is 27. This card did sell for $27, and estimated profit would be about $6. So this is considered a PC card for now. Although I would call this a lower tiered PC card, which means that, and I can, maybe I'll do a video on this separately, but the lower tier PC cards mean that I would like to upgrade them, but I'll keep them in my collection, my personal collection for now. 2021 Topps Chrome UK edition of the Nico Hoerner rookie card gold. This is numbered to 25. This card came back a PSA 8. I really thought it had a chance to gem, and worst case scenario would come back a 9. It is a pop 2 with none higher. I really missed this one. There's a couple little white marks you can see on the very bottom corners that they're both white. They're a little bit not exactly perfect. So I missed that on this one. That was likely the reason why this card got an 8. And other than that, this card was clean. It is a card for my PC. Estimated cost on this was $28, so I bought it for about $7 raw. Estimated value is roughly 19 with a question mark. I had to find something because it's a pop 2. There's nothing else necessarily like it. It's not a rookie card, so it doesn't have much value. But I did find I would say a comparable card. So the 2022 Topps UK edition gold at 25 as well. A year later, Justin Turner. I mean, he's a well-known, established veteran player, but again, that's the closest thing I could find, and that one sold for $19 on eBay about a year ago, actually. So it's hard to find a recent comp on this card, so I just pulled that one. This is a scenario where if I was trying to sell this card at a card show, I would probably want to just maybe use that as a close comp. Obviously, the other person might find something else. We would negotiate from there and see how close. But I think that's pretty fair assessment of this card as far as a comp for now. Next up is 2007 Bowman Chrome Greg Olsen rookie card auto. This is a PSA 9. This is one where I thought had a chance to gem, probably would come back a 9, and therefore I would probably break even as a PC card. Estimated cost was $32, so I paid about $11 roughly for the card itself and then the grading fee. Estimated value, it was a really bad, there's no comp, but the ones that I found were pretty rough. So for Greg Olsen, not exactly great player in his day for Bears fans, for Panther fans, and had a really great Pro Bowl career. Probably not a Hall of Famer, could be at some point, but doesn't look to be right now. The closest comps I found was a hand-signed, graded PSA authenticated card for only $10.50. I also had a PSA 10 version of this card, which only sold for $38. So I put this one in between the two. You could argue either way, and that would be a negotiation that I'd have to have. But as for now, I thought in between those two, $24. So estimated profit would be a -8. So take a little bit of a loss on that one. Next up is a 2021 Donruss Tom Brady. This is a press proof red, and it's a PSA 8. Again, I missed the boat on this one for sure. There's a white corner up in the top left. I'm not sure what else they saw. Maybe on the right, there's a little bit of whiting as well. Red stands out and very difficult to get in a high grade. So, estimated cost on this one was $26. I probably paid, I paid $5 for the card itself. The value, maybe $12. I guess there was one that sold for $12. So that's a direct comp. So took an L on that one for sure, -14. Next up is a 2018 Donruss Derrick Henry Aqueous Test PSA 10. This is a pop 1, not a rookie. Aqueous Test, some people like them, some people don't or don't care. So I'd have to find the right right buyer for this card. It is a pop one. Estimated cost was again in my dollar box or my common box, so $21. Estimated value I put maybe $45. The only comp I could find that wasn't a rated rookie quarterback, which goes by far more value than card like this, was the Terry McLaurin, which was also a PSA 10 pop one. You can make the argument this is a rookie card for Terry, so it's maybe more valuable. I could also come back and say, well, Derrick Henry is on a Hall of Fame trajectory. He's much more prominent player. So, that would be a conversation, again, I'd have to have at a card show to try to move this card. But I put 45 for now, so estimated profit 24. Next up is a 2022 Chronicles UFC Amanda Nunes gold number to 20. This is a PSA 10, and this is a pop one. Awesome card for my PC. I do collect Amanda for my personal collection. I put this down. This is a tough one. I put this down as a $90 estimated cost. This was acquired at a card show. Multiple card were involved in a trade. So I had to take a close examine this very carefully to find out really where I thought this would fall. So I did end up assigning it an estimated cost of $90. Estimated value maybe $103. There's no real comp because it is a pop one. But the closest thing I did find was a 2022 Chronicles as well, from the same manufacturer and the same product. It's also a PSA 10, numbered to 10, but it's just a base Chronicles. I feel like, as a collector, and I think most would agree, that the Crown Royale with the die cut is a far better, more desirable card than just the base Chronicles gold. So this card sold for $103 back in April. It's the closest thing I could find. So I put down 103, although that's probably what, the buyer would use as the comp. I would probably like to sell it for a little bit more than that. So I only put, the estimated profit at 13. That's probably worst case scenario. All right, moving on. Next up is a 2018 Prism Jalen Brunson. This is a red, white, and blue Prism. Pretty liquid card, pretty common card. I don't really do much with basketball, but back in 2018 or 19, whenever this card came out, I did some prospecting and picked up a handful of basketball cards at the time. Kept this one in my collection, and sure enough, he ended up he's having a pretty good career overall. So sent this in, chance to gem, probably going to 9. It's exactly what happened, is it did come back a 9. Again, I knew that going in, that if I got a 9 back, it would probably be about a wash, which it ends up being, with an estimated value of $32 and a profit of $1. That's actually going to end up being a loss probably when you take the commissions, unless I do a trade at a show or something like that. But pretty much a wash on that one. Next up is a 2017 Panini Donruss Myles Garrett rookie card in a PSA 10. Pretty liquid card also. Hall of Fame trajectory for Myles Garrett. He's had a great career. He's one of the this generation's best defensive players. This is just a base Donruss, but it was in my 800 count, common box. So no additional value. No additional cost from me, other than the grading fee itself. Estimated value is about 42, so I would essentially, in theory, double my money. And I've actually already sold one of these for a little bit more than that. But so I think that was I'd love to send these kind of cards in all day long, if I had enough of them. So good little profit doubling up on that one. Next up is a 2021 Topps Chrome Grigor Dimitrov blue, numbered to 99. This is a PSA 10. So not only is tennis not particularly desirable or highly sought after, but Grigor in particular, not exactly one of your biggest chases in the product. So not something I'm looking at putting making money on necessarily when I send in this card. But I knew this one was clean. I bought it, and sure enough, looked it over. It looked great. So my estimated cost was 32. Estimated value, maybe $15. It's hard to find some of these as far as comps. I did see that same year in the purple sold number to $199. Now, the blue is numbered to 99, so it's a little bit lower, so it should be more value. So I put an estimated value of my blue refractor as $15 because the purple sold for 8. I don't know, maybe not. That's arguable, but estimated profit was probably not worth sending in if you're trying to make money on a card. So, but that's one. I collect Grigor, so it is what it is. 2021 Topps Chrome Arthur Fees Gold number to 50 rookie card and a PSA 9. Now, this is a guy that I don't personally collect, but I know he's highly sought after. He's an up and coming prospect. Is actually now one of the hottest young tennis players on the ATP. This is his rookie gold, so it's pretty desirable. I bought it raw, and you do have to pay, but it looked sharp. So I sent it in, chance to gem, maybe come back 9. That's exactly what happened. Came back a 9. So I'm basically breaking even on this as it sold for 57. So, a little bit of a loss there, but this is a card that I plan on holding on to. I plan on seeing him winning a lot of tournaments and maybe. Anyway, all right, moving on. 2021 Donruss Optic UFC Joe Martinez auto red number to 99. This is a PSA 9. Pop 1 with none higher. This is for my Voices of the Octagon collection that I'm putting together in all red, serial number to 99. Estimated cost was $57. These aren't cheap to get. They're unique cards that they haven't really done anything like this before in the past. There's been some announcer cards, Bruce Buffer, but really nothing like a set, mini, insert set like this. So estimated cost was 57. Estimated value, these do sell for about 55 and a 9. So basically a wash with the chance to gem. So sharp looking card, and I'm glad to have that one in the PC. Oh, that's right. I didn't have a direct comp. So this one, the closest thing I could find was a base Donruss, John Anik, who's also part of the Voice of the Octagon series. And this was a PSA 9 as well, numbered to 99, but it was a base Donruss. So it's $41. So the Optic typically holds a little bit more value. So that's why I chose the $55 as an estimated comp. All right, next up, 2017 UD Goodwin Champs Taylor Fritz, the Lady Luck Mini, numbered to 25. This came back in a PSA 9. There is a Pop 1 with none higher. Very cool card of one of the best U.S. tennis players currently, and of a rookie. The estimated cost on this is $34. And the estimated value is tough because it's a Pop 1. I tried to find something comparable at $50. I did find a couple cards of his. That one was the autograph. Obviously, autographs are more desirable, even though it's a PSA 9. That one is a $100 comp. And then another one of his cards that are non-auto, but it had memorabilia on it, is also a PSA 9. That came back as only $14. So wide span. I picked kind of somewhere in the middle. Probably, if I were wanting to sell this, although I'm not, this is again another PC card. I would want to, they would probably negotiate me down a bit. So I put an estimated profit of 16. There may not be any there, but that's the closest thing I could find at the time. All right, next up is 2024 Topps Now Pete Crow-Armstrong rookie card, PSA 10. These have picked up a little momentum as the season moved on towards the end of the year there. Pete Crow is definitely going to be in the starting 9 for the Cubs this year. Estimated cost is $29 on this card. That was because the grading fee and then the per card charge when you buy them from Topps Now is about $7 or $8. Estimated value is $35, and one just sold not too long ago for $35, so about a $6 profit. Again, that $6 can be gobbled up really quick when you talk about the fees that platforms sell and taxes and whatnot. So that's definitely something to think about when you're itemizing these and breaking down your ROI. All right, next up we have a 2024 Topps Chrome Chris Eubanks auto. This is the orange refractor, numbered to 25. He is a young U.S. tennis player that's having a good career, but don't even think he's in the top 50. Not somebody that you would probably be highly desirable at this point, but good. I would say maybe a good prospect. Pop one on this. If he makes a run at a tournament, maybe wins a tournament or two this year in 2025 upcoming here, definitely would see some rise in his values. Currently, the estimated cost was $38. Estimated value, again, tough to say. It's a pop one. I put it at 99 because the closest thing I could find was another 2024 Topps Chrome. This is a Sapphire of Tomjanovich. So again, not very well known, PSA 10. I feel like this is a comparable because of the name. Neither of these particular tennis players are well known necessarily, but the card itself is from the same year and similar refractor, numbered the same, PSA 10. So I felt like that was probably the closest comp I could find. Estimated profit of $61 on that one at this time, and I hopefully will go up come next year. 2023 Donruss Optic Raul Rosas Jr. Auto Hollow PSA 9 is next. This is a great looking card. I thought it had a chance to gem, but also knew that there was a chance that would come back to 9 because it is a little bit off center, left to right. And it did come back as a PSA 9. Estimated cost is $43. And these cards, he's one of the hottest young UFC guys making his way up the rankings. Estimated value is $59. Oop. Can I go back? There we go. Estimated value is $59 and estimated profit is 16. So that card has sold. I think it was back in the summer though, June, July. So his values are definitely increasing. So I would anticipate selling that for even more than that. So. All right, next up is 2023 Optic Raul Rosas in the blue refractor auto, numbered to only 49 in a PSA 10. This card did come back a gem, a little bit better centering. Estimated cost is $69 for me. Estimated value is $125. Again, I think this sold a while ago, so I would anticipate selling it for even more than that. Estimated profit of $56 on that one. Next up, 2019 Leaf Trinity Nico Hoerner Auto Inscription Red. I love this card. Number to 7, PSA 10, Pop 1. It's unlicensed. That's the only thing it has going against it. But for me, I think it's awesome. First MLB home run on September 13th, 2019. Beautiful signature, beautiful card. Definitely for the PC. Worth more to me than it would be, dollars and cents wise. Estimated cost of $58. Estimated value, maybe $67. Hard to say. I found a couple comps. Let's look at those real quick. I got a 2019 Nico Hoerner Platinum Patch Auto. So same year, same product, but numbered to 35 and only in a 9. That went for 54. So you would think, okay, this is a 10 and it's only numbered to 7. It would go for far more than $54. I did also find a 2019 Leaf Trinity Brett Beatty rookie patch auto. So this is a rookie card in a lower number, so serial number to 5 rather than 7. Also a PSA 10 Pop 1. That one sold for $79. So very conservative on this estimate here, but I put it around 67, kind of splitting the difference on those two. I think it probably could sell for more, but that's just where we're going to leave it for now. Again, probably worst case scenario for that as of today. All right, so my summary of my potential ROI. Was this order worth sending in? There's some ups and downs for sure. Let's see how it played out. So you got your estimated cost here of $782. You got your estimated value of $997. Estimated profit is $222 with a huge asterisk. The takeaways on this order are as follows. Number one, I send in way too many PC cards to turn, that type of profit, at least on this order. And I need to consider making sure that I send in only a smaller percentage of cards on my PC that that I want to keep, and that way I can essentially pay for my order by selling the cards that I need to, and having those profit margins be a little bit better. I also didn't send any big value cards on this order, so I would like to think about sending in one or at least a couple bigger higher valued cards that kind of pay for the order. I've done that. I used to do that a lot more than I have been recently, so I need to get back to that. And also, it's so hard to put an estimate when you're sending in unique cards, that are pop ones, low, that don't have a lot of comps. Um, and that I'm not going to get away from. It takes time to find the right buyer and the right scenario. And that's just the type of cards that I like sending in, some unique stuff. But I do need to mix in a lot of liquid cards as well, more of those type that are Aaron Judge and Raul Rosas, stuff like that, that I don't necessarily going to PC, but are going to have a high value rate even at a 9, a 9 grade. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope it was valuable for you and you learned something. I know I did, and I appreciate your time. And we'll see you again next time. Take care, everybody.